out of breath. I remember being a first-time mom and watching a lot of these type of videos of baby must-haves, things that you need when baby gets here, those types of videos. Most of the videos I watched during that time made me feel as if I wasn't prepared, that I didn't have enough stuff, and it left me feeling just discontent and in a space of like just coveting what other people could afford and what they had compared to what I didn't have during that time. My husband and I, when we had our first baby, we were living with his mom, and so we were in just a one-bedroom, and we did not have money for really much. So walking away from those videos, I felt like a bad mom. I felt like I was failing. But I learned that after my first, just the things that I actually used and the things that I actually needed was just very, very little. I think the list of what you really need for a baby is very short and it shouldn't be too overwhelming at all. This is my fourth baby. Not only have I just learned throughout the years of what has worked and what I've needed, but I've also changed so much in just the way I view just materialistic things in general and the things that we allow into our home, and just like going on this minimalist, I hate saying the word journey, but journey, if you will. So I feel like with this pregnancy and this baby, it has been my most intentional list of just really, what do we need? What works for us? We're not getting the gadgets and the gizmos and all the extra things. I have a very short list of my baby must-haves. There are things that I make sure I will have before baby gets here, and there are things that I know I will be using most likely every day. Without further ado, we're gonna get into the list. So I'm not gonna talk about the baby must needs, if that makes sense. I would say those things are diapers, car seat, a stroller, milk, wipes, or some sort of like baby bath. I feel like those are like the common sense, you know, you need those things, and so I'm not going to talk about that. This list, I guess, will be more of like the must wants that have become my must haves, if that makes sense. So my first one I'm going to talk about, and it's one that is not expensive at all. You could probably go to Facebook Marketplace right now and find a used one for very, very cheap. It is the Halo sleep sack. With my first baby, I tried to traditionally swaddle him. Never could get it that tight. I was always afraid that the swaddle would just like go over his nose. I just never really liked swaddling him in just like a regular traditional swaddle. The Halo sleep sack was like the lifesaver for me and for my mental sanity as a new mom, and with every child after I've used it. This has become something that I make sure I have in my hospital bag, packed and ready to go. The next thing I'm going to talk about, I believe it's called a Halo sack. I do not have it right in front of me. I will have a picture here hopefully somewhere. So essentially it's just kind of like this pillow that baby lays on. You can have it on the couch or on the floor, and it just gives baby a comfy little spot to lay and take naps and sleep. Just having a spot where I can lay baby down and use my hands for a little bit if I need to. It was something that all of my babies used like every day until they could like roll over and stuff. So the next thing is a baby carrier. There are so many types of baby carriers, it's kind of overwhelming. The things that have worked for me, the Ergo Baby, something that buckles and like it's just easy to just throw on really fast. It's good for hikes, long walks around the house when you're cooking. And then I'll also have like a Soli wrap or a Fabric-y wrap as well. I've used both of those wraps and carriers every day and have needed each one for different things to kind of serve different functions. Probably will mention this with every item, but that is another thing that I have gotten on Facebook Marketplace for so much cheaper. I don't think I've purchased one brand new. I think it's always been used. Okay, what is next? A swing. Now my friend has given me a swing and I'm so thankful because it's so cute and it's the fanciest swing I've ever had. I'm all about the bargains and finding the good deals, and so I have always gotten mine off Facebook Marketplace used as well, and they have done the job. Having some sort of swing, a place where you could put baby and they could be soothed, they could take naps, where you can just have a moment of just having free hands. But a swing has been something that I would say I don't know if I would have survived without having some sort of swing in my house, because it is something that each of my babies have loved, have used. It's something I make sure I always have with each one. Okay, I kind of hate that this is on my list of must-haves, but a pacifier. With my first, I was like super against pacifiers, and I don't even know why I just was. And then with my second, I used it as soon as he got home, and I was like, why didn't I use a pacifier earlier? I think again, just like having something to soothe the baby is just a great thing. Okay, this is my last thing on the list that I make sure I have, the Frida nose sucker tool. I was very against this tool. The bulb syringe, I will never go back to the bulb syringe. I feel like it does not work. Sucker nose Frida is one of my baby must-haves as well. If you are feeling overwhelmed with all the baby must-have things, do not. There is not much that I need or have gotten. Just know that like as a newborn, they really are just so low maintenance. Even the amount of clothes I have for this baby, I think I have like maybe 10 little onesies, but I know for the most part that baby's gonna be probably just in his diaper on me, skin to skin. Being pregnant is just a very sweet season. For me, this time around, I just have not allowed myself to dwell on vanity things that I know aren't gonna matter. Although I've been tempted to buy trendy must-have list things, I know that they're so overpriced and I don't need it, and baby doesn't need it, and we're gonna be totally fine without it. It's very bittersweet because this is most likely my last little babe. This is the last time I'm gonna be probably buying things for a baby. It is so bittersweet, and that's like all of motherhood is just bittersweet. You go out of seasons and you go into new seasons, and so yeah, I'm just soaking it all in, just the sweetness of all that it entails. Thank you so much for watching and for being here, and yeah.